Hello and welcome back to Paul's Racing Channel and to the Ultimate Racing League. So this is round 2 of our GR3 Championship from League 1. We're in the USA, Sierra Nevada, specifically in the mountains here at the Trial Mountain Circuit for this round. And well, the guys have not had a lot of time to practice actually from Tokyo to here within the last week. With that as well, within the last week, between round 1 and round 2, there has been some car regulation changes to all of the teams. I won't go into the details, but basically affecting sort of traction and power, but all the cars have been affected. So we'll see. It's going to be slightly different to what we see, I think, at Tokyo here. Obviously, the track's different as well, but I think the whole car, the way they feel as well, is going to be different. And as I say, these boys haven't had a lot of practice with them since then. So anyway, just one other thing to point out before we start. The broadcast on this particular round isn't the best in terms of quality. There's a lot of glitching going on. So just a sort of pre-warn, really. Maybe it's the mountains with the interference, I'm not sure. But whatever it is, you have to just bear with us. We weren't going to go with it. I weren't going to broadcast this round because of it. But it was said that we would. So we agreed that we would. So here we are. Anyway, let's get on with this grid then. So in pole position, we've got Incy, got Wadru in second, Grasshopper third, Thomas fourth, Moz in fifth, Ice Chand in sixth, Love Rocket in seventh, Dyson eighth, Flash in ninth, Alex in 10th, Jerry 11th, Molson in 12th, and at the back there we've got myself, Paul, who had a terrible quali, in 13th. Here we go then, let's get this going. As those lights go out, and away we go. And we'll stream off the line, coming up to this turn 1, that left-hander. So they all stream through here. It can catch a few people out, but it looks like the League 1 boys have got through there okay this lap round anyway. It's all pretty close. Wadru already though is already shot off in the lead, isn't he? Look at this, here he goes. And didn't have the particularly great round at Tokyo the first round, did he? I think he was just getting used to the car, but we're used to seeing him up the top. And here he is, up top. At the start. Followed closely though by Thomas in second in the Mustang. Remember, this is a 30-minute race. Soft compound tyres all the way from start to finish on this one. And we've got Incy, who's on pole positions, dropped back down to third. So Wadru and Thomas got off to a blinder off the start there. Either that or there's a bit of wheel spin from Incy, slowed him down. Chand in fourth. And the Viper there, closely followed by Moz. And then this gaggle of cars ended up by Grasshopper with Flash and Love Rocket in the mix there as well. Bit of door to door. You can see the lag, can't you? A lot of cars jumping around. There he is, Flash. Wadru, teammates here this week. Missed the first round, but Flash is here for the second round. And got Alex under attack from Paul in the Corvette. In 10th place. And Dyson behind him in that full GT. There's Alex there with Paul. And then Molson in 12th. And then Jerry must have had a moment somewhere. He's all the way back. Yeah, he's got a smashed headlight there as well. So he's had a moment somewhere, hasn't he? In that car. Let's see if he can get back. Oh, and who's that? As Molson's had a spin. Didn't see it happen, but there's the aftermath of it. And Molson all the way back to 13th. So maybe just caught that grass. You can go quick through there, flat through there, pretty much. But you've got to be careful not to catch the grass with your wheels. Otherwise, you'll be spinning it. I think that's what's happened. Wadru pulling away slowly from the rest. In that 97 Supra. Thanks for your postcards last time out. Let me tell me what that is, what year that was. It was a 97 Supra with that Zent livery on it. Thomas, second still, closely followed by Incy in the new Supra. I think it's that 2019, is it? Beginning to sound like a nerd, aren't I? I'm sure some of the guys will correct me if I'm wrong. Chand in fourth there. Oh, a little twitch from Chand. It's very easily done on that final corner, where you're slapping that power on quick. You've got to ease it on now with these new changes, otherwise the car will go from under you. And Moz there closely and following Chand in fifth place. So come through turn one. Let's have a look, see what happens here. Actually, you're looking at the lag now. It doesn't look that bad, but well, I suppose it does really. Don't know what I'm talking about. As Moz goes up the inside of Chand, looked for the little opening, got up the inside. Chand gave it to him a little bit. So Chand back down to fifth place. A Grasshopper now on the back of these two in sixth place. So the two 2019 Supras up in the top six. So a good showing from them in this round. We know it's got pretty quick, that car. Just not so quick through the corners, but different proposition this round to the Tokyo Slipstream City type of circuit. Oh, and is that admin under attack? No, it isn't. Not sure who that was, I see. But as he is, admin is going up the inside of Flash, is he? Yeah, that's a good move, he can make it stick. He does. Flash just goes a bit wide though. And then behind them is Dyson and Love Rocket having a little battle of their own. So two groups of two coming through here. There's Love Rocket in AMG. Oh, now he's looking up the inside of Dyson. Up the tight hairpin. Stick the last corner. The quick left-right flick. I didn't get it done there, just has to sit behind Dyson. And then Jerry in 11th. So actually he's made up a couple of spots there actually on Paul, isn't he? Paul's dropped all the way back, so as Paul had a moment, he must have, because he's falling back into the clutches of Molson in 13th. So Paul did have a spin, I believe. Pretty sure I spun it. I think I've done exactly what Molson done, just caught the back with my back wheel on the grass. Different place, but don't take a lot, especially now. It comes through the tunnel now. Even on soft tyres, it's a different proposition in all these GR3 cars now. Oh, and almost again, Paul, little tweak there, little moment. There's Molson. Keeping with him. So these two dropping off the back of the rest now. Some way behind. And as I said, it's all the way through. It's not, there's no stops in this race. That's going to be a tough evening for them two. Not so tough for this man though. Doesn't take him long to get grips with a car, does it? Toying with us all in round one, making it believe that he didn't get on with it, and here he is, out top, out front, leaving everyone for dead at the moment. And we'll see what it's like near the end of the race. Obviously, not even 10 minutes in here at the moment. Got the fastest lap as well, at 150.2. As it comes through turns 1 and 2. A little bit, you can easily knock the car out of shape if you come through there as well, and yeah, it's where you can catch your wheels on the grass if you're not careful, but does that lovely through there, does Wadru, just lets it drift out to the curbing. Hard on the brakes for the right-hander here, as you can see, and there's a great example of it. We are right in the middle of the mountains, literally. So I think that's what it is. The service is just pretty crap. Thomas is now slowly pulling away from Incy. He's trying his best, Thomas, to get up with Wadru. He's got a big gap to catch him. But in an American muscle car, everything's possible. Incy being chased down by Moz, so the two promoted guys here having a good battle of their own, obviously used to each other from when they was in the league before, so they all know how each other drives. So Moz though trying to chase down Incy. There's Chan, a little bit on his own now. I bet that is a handful in that car. Not with the skill of Chan though. Gets it going up the start and finish. Didn't see a twitch there. Looks like it was on rails through there. Chan. This will split the men from the boys, certainly, with these new regulations, won't it? And in this group, Dyson in 6th, almost lifted off there, didn't he? The front of the car lifted up with Alex close behind in 7th. Trademark window wipers going from Alex. Oh, and up to the inside goes Flash. We're going to be on the outside going around his right hander. He's not going to get that done unless he does a switchback now. No, that wasn't possible. And then we've got Grasshopper and Love Rocket behind them having a little battle, but Flash all over the back of Alex Admin at the moment. So can Alex, or can all those get into each other's slip now? Get something up here along this uphill straight. There's all sorts of different corners here on this dry mountain circuit. Uphill straights, hairpins, compound corners like this one. Oh, and a little tag from Flash up the back of Alex. That's okay though. Just give him a little hurry up. All over the back of Alex's Flash now in that other 97 Supra. And then Love Rocket all over the back of Grasshopper behind them, 9th and 10th place. Jerry just off the back of them, he's coming into play, isn't he? All the time they're fighting. Oh, and there's a little moment, and I don't know what happened there, but oh my goodness, and Jerry's going to get involved as well. And Grasshopper's off. That's going to allow Paul to go through. Molson's been hit by Grasshopper, returning back onto unsafe entry from Grasshopper, and he spins it again. There's Grasshopper, and he's at the back in 13th. God, that was really messy between this lot. There's Love Rocket waiting. I think he's waiting for Grasshopper maybe. Maybe with just a little tag, I think. So just waiting for Grasshopper to get going, and he has. But that was all very messy. Jerry got tangled up a little bit in that. So to 11th, Molson, he got tangled up in it, but he managed to get through in 10th, but he's got a 3-second penalty for some reason. I don't know how you get a 3-second penalty, because he couldn't do much about that. Catalogue of errors in that little moment, weren't there? Maybe the lag had something to do with it, if I'm honest. Not sure, but whatever it was, all a bit messy back there. Paul got through, just managed to get through without touching anybody. So it promotes him up into 9th place, but he's a long way back from 8th place Flash. And what are we? Well, we're nearly coming up to halfway through, but I'm not sure he's going to make any inroads into the guys ahead. Well, we'll see. Another incident like that in front of him, and you never know. So 9th for him at the moment. Our leader though is still Wadru, obviously, and as he starts lap 8. Certainly got that Supra singing to his tune at the moment. Through the tunnel section. And then Thomas in second place through the tunnel section now, so there's your gap with Moz, who's got past Incy into third, and actually Incy's all about down sixth, so I've missed that moment, but he's clearly had one, because he was up there, wasn't he, in front of Moz, behind Thomas in third actually, so he's all the way down to sixth now, so something's happened there, but Moz has clawed his way through to third, so good showing from him, and he's not that far off the back of Thomas, he's not letting him go, is he? These three really are out front on their own now. Good run here, bit of slip as well. I think maybe he might just be out of range from Moz, but he is keeping with Thomas, that's for sure. Lovely setting, lovely day here in the States. Drop down the hill to the left-hander. Easy on the throttle, and then heading down now to the tight left-right sequence. This is where you can lose it easily, but not for these boys. Chand in fourth, it's up to fourth place is Chand. Dyson has dropped back down to fifth place, so there's Chand going up the gears and going up the start finish. Just about got Thomas and Moz still in his sights, but they are creeping away. So we see Chand coming through over the dip, or down the dip I should say, over the hill, down the dip, through the tunnel. In fourth place, Dyson, there he is, slides it round through the tunnel. Fifth place for him. And then Flash still battling it with Alex. Look at this battle, and I think Flash might have just about got it, so I've just come to that as I don't know if they've been switching positions or not, but Flash has managed to finally get past Alex there into sixth place. Alex back to seventh, but Alex is going to be right on him now. Let's see what happens at the end of this straight, shall we? Alex is already well in the slip. Will he pull out at the end or before? There he goes. Should get him on the brakes quite easily. Down here, who's the latest to brake? Well, pretty much both the same. Maybe Alex just got there a little bit later. Flash tend to just look like he backed off a bit, but yeah, he's had to go in behind Alex to get that seventh place. So great battle here, sixth and seventh. They're not giving each other any space, are they? Well, they are giving each other space and room. It's good driving, but they're certainly battling it for these positions, aren't they? And again, oh, Alex just ran wide. Flash saw the opportunity, went for it and got it. Back to sixth place he goes. But now Alex having a sniff. No, not there. So this battle, what a great little moment from Flash. Oh, and again, that's surely going to help Alex, or did he? Well, we had to back off a little bit, so actually Alex didn't help him there, did it? Although he should have him here. Now, let's be brave if you go up the inside here on turn one. Oh, yeah, tendency the car will always run out to that right hand side as you come over around that left hander. Oh, almost on the grass from Alex. I think this is going to go on to the end. It's a bit tighter from Flash through there, but Alex is still covering it. Again, a bit wide from Alex there, but this time manages to keep Flash behind him. And Flash all over the back. And all the time Incy is just coming into play, and he's going to be part of this, isn't he, in a minute. But now it's Flash's little reversal where roles reversed. Flash going for the overtake down here at the bottom. Now let's see who's latest to brake here. as we come into this left-hand corner. Yeah, well, I think Alex ran wide a little bit there. Flash had the inside line anyway, and Incy's right there now, isn't he? He's right on the back of these two. So this little pair has become a trio. Incy in 8th, so he's dropped down to 8th now. So maybe after that great start, he's on pole position, remember. Got a few smashed headlights there as well, so he has had a couple of moments himself. So coming up to the 20-minute mark. So 3/4 of the way through now in this first 30-minute race. Wadru still with the fastest lap of 150.0. Then Paul still in 9th place. He's slowly catching them. But I don't think he's going to have time to do much else. So Paul is slowly getting onto the back of Alex and Incy. But whether he's got the time to get right onto the back of them, I'm not so sure. There's Jerry in 10th place. Had an eventful race as Jerry. So too has Moulton. Both been in the wars a bit there at the back. Never really got going, have they? Not really been in the mix anywhere in this race. Got a second race to come though, of course, haven't we, with the stop and the different tyre compounds. So we'll see how they fare in them ones. They would have been expecting a little bit more, I think. Here. And then Grasshopper in 12th. Well, we know why he's back there. It's part of that incident. And then lost it under his own steam. Just spun the car as he got it going again. So it's dropped him down to 12th, and then obviously Love Rocket is back in 13th after waiting for Grasshopper, let him go. So Love Rocket there in 13th place. Teammate up there in 3rd place, Moz. Still battling it out with Thomas, I believe. There's our leader, Wadru, as we see him go up through the tunnel. Well, let's have a look at this battle here, because this is close. Thomas now under real pressure from Moz. Been like this for a while now, but Woody caught up to the back of him now, hasn't he? Now let's see. He's going to move on down here at the bottom. Maybe a bit too far back. Let's see. I'm sure Moz is going to do that. There's going to be a dive if he goes for that. Let's see, does Thomas manage to keep it online? He does. But Moz is all over the back of him now. I'm sure Thomas would have preferred to have been battling it out with Wadru, but he's left them for dead. He's absolutely gone as Wadru. He might have this one wrapped up already with 10 minutes to go. But these two have been battling clearly, slowing each other up a bit. And that's just allowed Wadru, who's under absolutely no pressure whatsoever, to just pull away as he goes up past the start and finish. Oh, Thomas almost loses it. Kept it though under control and needed to, because Moz is right there. So this is going to be something to keep our eye on, this little battle to the end. So it's Wadru first, Thomas second, Moz a close third at the moment. Oh, close through there. Not really, it's quite difficult places to pass. There's not many places to pass, if I'm honest, here on this circuit. But that's them two. Let's just have a quick look back here. No, that's Chand in 4th. He's still under no pressure from Dyson in 5th. So let's go back to that battle. So Moz. Looks like this is fairly close battle. Close, one of the closest on track at the moment. Thomas is going to have to do a lot of defending with 7 minutes left. What can he do? Can he get that second spot, or can Moz nick it off him here at the end? Let's see. Now he's in a prime place now. It's a bit more like it, but closer than last time. Down the inside he goes, on the brakes, gets it done. Yeah, good move. Plenty of room from Thomas as well, as you would expect. Now Thomas will just, he'll start putting the pressure onto the back of Moz unless Thomas's tyres are not so good. Well, they're about the same actually, both of the cars. That right front, the right side, but the right front particularly, wearing a little bit quicker than the rest. Left side's barely touched. Thomas still now behind Moz, putting the pressure on. As they come up to start lap 14. So let's run through this field. There's our leader, Wadru. Oh, controlled that. Long way ahead of second place Moz. Third place Thomas, and Moz is actually getting away from Thomas. Look, he's left him for a little bit now, so has Thomas got an issue now? Dyson fourth. So he's actually gone ahead of Chan. Chan must have had a moment. So Dyson up to fourth place. There's Chan. Yeah, because he was ahead of Dyson, wasn't he, by quite a bit. So he must have had an issue somewhere. There's Chan. So Chan's fifth, Flash in sixth, and Incy behind him in seventh. So Flash is having a battle with Incy now. He was having that battle with Alex originally, wasn't he? So Flash sixth, Incy seventh. There's Alex in eighth. Dropping back now is Alex. His front right is, well, barely anything on that. There's not a lot left on that one. And then Paul in ninth still. And he is catching Alex, but that's no surprise with the way his tyres are, but I still don't think that's going to be enough. But you can see him now, Paul. He's looking, he can see eighth ahead of him. I don't think we've got the time, possibly not the tyre either, to get onto the back of him. But he's ninth, Jerry still in 10th, Molson 11th, Grasshopper in 12th, and Love Rocket in 13th. So dominant performance here from Wadru. It's been spurred on by his performance last time out. The short window that we had between round 1 and round 2 in terms of travelling. He's clearly made some changes that's worked, because he's still knocking out fastest sectors. Still holds that fastest lap as well. And with 4.5 minutes left, 3.5 minutes left, don't think there's anyone else who's going to be winning this race. He's going to be, he's almost a full length of that straight back to Moz and Thomas. Thomas, I think, is just giving up on that battle with Moz. Moz is clearly feeling a little bit better in that car at this late stage in the race. And Thomas is still there, obviously. I think he's just starting to find it a bit tougher. I'm not used to saying that with Thomas, are we? I mean, it's not over. Clearly not over. He's not that far behind him. So we'll see what happens. And then Dyson and Chan, they're trying to have their own little private battle back here, but 4th and 5th, but Dyson might just have enough to hold Chan off. And now this battle, Incy's got past Flash. So Incy up to 6th place. And There's Flash in 7th. So Incy might have just timed that to inch perfect. Incy got it inch perfect. Sorry. Because he's now, looks like he's found a little bit more pace in that car. His tyres actually look okay compared with some of the others. Yes, that right side's still worn more than the left, but still got quite a lot on there to play with, so fair play to him. Flash in 7th, I think might have just, it might be enough for him. I think it could be 7th for him. And then Alex in 8th, Paul in 9th still. There is Alex. Oh, he's got a second penalty. Now, Paul's just coming over the rise. Now, he would have seen that second penalty, and his tyres are, that's got to be the tyres. Struggling to keep that car on the tarmac now. So Paul will see that. I just don't think there's enough time as we're into the last minute now. Paul's not quite close enough. Had he been a bit closer, he might have got that 8th place off him. But now I think Paul's had his chance. Clearly he was catching him. You can see him there in the distance, but he's not going to make that up, even with that second penalty. As we come into the last 30 seconds of this race. So I'll tell you what, let's go back to our leader. He's going to get another lap in. And he might be the only one who gets another lap in. Oh no. Moz and Thomas, they are going to get another one in. But Wadru, as I said earlier, has dominated this. Got himself out in front early in the race. And stayed there since, all the way through. So fair play to him. That's the time up. So goes back to Chand. Didn't get another lap in, so 5th for Chand. Incy got that 6th place. Flash close behind in 7th. That's how that finished. Alex is just going to hold off Paul. He's going to get the 8th place. Paul comes in 9th. Well, I suppose you take that considering he started last. Jerry in 10th. Eventful race for him. Molson 11th, same. Grasshopper. Won't be very pleased with that. In 12th place. And then Love Rocket. Not sure what he's slowing down for, but whatever the reason, he's not run out of fuel. Maybe he's thought, you know what, I'll coast it home. And he gets 13th place. So let's go back to our leader then. As he comes up round this little final sector now to take the race victory. Wadru it is. Congratulations. Round 2, race 1. Winner is Wadru. Well done. Moz is going to get a great 2nd place after a good battle with Thomas there near the end. Just had enough in the end, didn't he, Moz, to get past and take that 2nd spot. And well done to him. And then obviously Thomas will come in 3rd place. Well done, Thomas. And then Dyson's going to round it off and get that 4th spot. So there's your race 1. Hope you enjoyed that. Got race 2 coming up soon. Hope you watched that. And yeah, I'll see you then.